Good morning from the Florida Trail. I am at the 7 Runs trailhead. Look at how gorgeous this is. Okay, I am getting ready to start my 4th section of the Florida Trail. I only get to go out like once a year for maybe a week. I don't have my nephew this year because I just couldn't get the trip planned before he had to go back to school. So if it was warm out, this would be a really cool swimming spot. Maybe later, but going to continue heading south. So to reiterate, I am in Florida, in the panhandle. Yep, let's go.
Sabroso y cha cha cha. Sabroso, señoras y señores. Este es un baile que se llama cha cha cha. ¿Cómo es?
I think my biggest threat on the Florida Trail are the hunters. This hunting season, when I look up when it's not hunting season, it looks like it's basically hunting season whenever it's hiking season also. So they do recommend you wear bright orange. I don't really have bright orange, but I have as much as I have possible. I mean, I have more orange stuff, but it's not as bright, whereas this highlighter shirt is pretty bright. So just passed my first set of hunters of the trip. Hopefully I don't see too many more. I just passed a whole herd of deer. Oh, they're over there. They got lucky. I just did not see them. They're just over there. Yummy. Choctawhatchee River.
El son de Cuba traigo yo, apúrense que el son llegó. El son de Cuba traigo yo, porque la fiesta ya empezó. La fiesta sigue toda la noche con este ritmo tan especial. La gente baila, la gente goza con esa música original. El son de Cuba traigo yo, apúrense que el son llegó. El son de Cuba traigo yo, porque la fiesta ya empezó. Ya empezamos la fiesta, mamita.
I made it to Pine Log State Park. There's a nice little pavilion where you can eat. I just ate lunch here. There's also a bathroom behind me, where there are showers and flushing toilets. So this has been a nice lunch break. There's also some pretty little lakes up to the side. So yeah, it's very pretty, enjoyable lunch. Now to continue forward to my turnaround spot, because once again I have my car, so as far out as I go I have to turn around and walk or run back to my car. Yay! Humongous woodpecker. I just missed my turnaround spot by like a third of a mile, so I'm finally turning around now at this really random spot, but 15.4 miles down so far. On the way back. Okay, I guess this area used to be a plantation or whatever, used to be fields. And they've regrown the pine trees. And, oh, you can't see it. There were signs warning about this washboard. You can barely see it. There's just these little hills. Some are no more than, most are no more than like a foot tall and like 5 feet wide. So you're just up, down, like every single footstep is either up or down, and you're just, oh, it's harder than it looks. Yeah, it's quite tiring. Okay, I just saw something off behind me over there, and like maybe it's a dog, and just kept waiting, started walking towards it, and then turned and walked away. I think it was some sort of pig, a wild pig. It was very, very dark colored, so I'm not 100% sure, but I'm gonna keep going because I'm losing light. Good morning. Day 2. I'm really tired, but I've just moved my car down to the Highway 20 parking lot. So now I'm going to head trail north or west to where I turned around yesterday. It looks like there's a lot of road walking today, about 12 miles in one direction of just walking the highway. Not excited for that, but yeah. But you do what you gotta do. First gorgeous view of the day. Alright, so I know it's road walking, but a lot of the road has like a side trail next to it, like a little side sandy path, so that's been easy to follow. I don't have it at the moment, but I still have a really wide shoulder, which is nice, but this view. See the trail? It's right there. I passed it 3 times looking for it. I couldn't find the blaze because the sun is in my eyes, but finally found the blaze. Just running on the side of the highway, trying to get off the highway before dark, cause it's 12.5 miles long. Okay, quick story time. So I dropped my buff somewhere on the side of the trail this morning. I was like, well, maybe I'll find it on my way back. Sorry, on the side of the road. So on my way back, I got to the point where I knew I definitely had noticed it was gone. Crossed to that side of the road and started looking for it, and I found it. And then that side of the road got rough, so I went back to the other side, eventually had to go pee, had to cross the road again, because that's the side of the road that has vegetation where you can go. And so needless to say, I crossed the road a few times, and each time, I was like, look both ways, be wary, be cautious. And then I had some sand in my shoe, so I stopped, sat down, was emptying my shoe, and a truck came up and from behind and stopped. And so I took my earbud out because I could barely hear him. I was like, I'm fine, I'm just emptying out my shoe. He's like, well, I saw you cross the road a while back and you looked distraught. Like, I just went pee. He's like, well, you just be careful then, and just took off driving mid-sentence. Like, okay, are you gonna argue that I'm not okay when I'm okay. Like, I've never had someone, he almost seemed mad that I was okay. I don't know. It was really odd encounter, but at least he left. But someone says they're okay, you know, unless you've got real reason to believe they're not okay, like, you're shivering, you look like you're hypothermic or something, then I don't know. Yep, end of story. Okay, I made it to my car, finished the 30-mile day, and so preface, this morning I realized my handkerchief was gone, one that I got on the PCT, so it says PCT, you know, through hiker on it. I've looked all through my car, I cannot find it, and I know I didn't hike with it today, so drove all the way back to the first trailhead, was hoping it was in the parking lot, and it's not, so I'm gonna try and go on a reconnaissance mission. Hopefully it's close to the trailhead. I feel like maybe I dropped it at the last bathroom break within a mile and a half, hopefully no farther than that. My feet are hurting, so let's go. Oh my goodness, I told myself to go to a certain time. We're at least a mile and a half out, and I thought, I was like, oh, it's got to be a mile and a half. It's time to turn around. So I got out my my app to make sure that I actually had gone the 1.5, and I thought it wasn't working. I thought it wasn't working. I thought it wasn't updating my position. So I was like, and then I realized I still had service. Like, okay, let's check Facebook. Let's see if anyone in the Florida Trail has mentioned finding it. No one had mentioned it, and I was like, you know, I guess I'm just gonna keep walking until I know it's been 1.5, and then finally I realized, oh, it is updating. It's gone. It's at like on 1.8. Like, I need to turn around. Like, you know what? Let's just go the last point to make it a good even 2 miles, just to say I did it. And I'm like 50 feet later, I found it. There it is, my precious handkerchief. Only like 1.9 miles from the trailhead, but I am so relieved to have found this. Like, I didn't even realize just how sad I was until just now. Okay, heading back to the car to move back, go back to where I'm staying for the night, and then go to sleep.